Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Staying Sweet, the podcast. I have a really exciting episode this week. We're talking all things 2024. I feel like these next few episodes are just going to be me drilling goals, manifestations, and focus onto you and onto 2024. I, for some reason, have this strong belief that next year or 2024 is going to be one of the best yet. And I know it because I can just see and feel the energy shift of everyone around me. And I'm so inspired by other people. I love the feeling of collectively creating a community that is leveling up. And I guess creating Staying Sweet has enabled me to get closer to that high vibration and find my community and find those people out there who want the best for themselves, want the best for the other people around them, and are ready to take that leap of faith in 2024, which, by the way, guys, incidentally, is a leap year. Also, we have January 1st kicking off on a Monday. Like, it just screams we're getting things done. We're organized. We're smashing our goals. We are leveling up. And I'm so excited and I'm so here for it. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about tips and preparation, things that we can be doing to level up for 2024. And I've written some down. I've got some together. And these tips, I feel like, will start your new year strong. They will refine your focus. They will enable you to connect the dots like everybody else is and start showing up as the person that you want to be and create that life for yourself, because I truly believe it's tangible and I believe it's possible. And there's nothing better than a new year and a fresh start. So first things first, I want you to, if you're considering social media or you're working in social media or your business incorporates social media, which, by the way, it should do. Everyone should be using social media. There's really no excuses, unfortunately, guys. I know sometimes I'm like, I need a break from this. This is crazy. And take your breaks when you need to take them. But being on social media is kind of essential nowadays. So pick your platform. Find the platform that you are going to dedicate your attention and your focus for the first month of the year, for January, to really push forward. What place needs and deserves your attention? Or if you find yourself not wanting to go down the what needs to be done, look at where your most inspiration lies. Like, are you someone that could come up with 20 TikTok ideas but struggles with Instagram? Take your focus to TikTok, because you're going to grow, you're going to perform so much better on there when you have that drive and that interest, and the ideas come more naturally. Like, really pick your platform and dedicate a month to it. Dedicate January just to that focus on that platform. But with that being said, and I'm not trying to be devil's advocate, and I'm not trying to be that annoying person that says, repurpose your content, put it over here, throw it onto this, remake it and rejig it and throw it onto that platform. But if you can, and if you've got the desire to, which I kind of think, guys, you know, new year, fresh start, put your content onto other platforms. If you're already placing something onto TikTok or onto Reels, think about where and how you can repurpose and replace that content without having to do any extra hard work. Like, don't overcomplicate it for yourself. Don't think, okay, I have to really change this up and make this different. If you're finding yourself having to do that or record like 2 different types of video, maybe take a pause from that. But if you can literally lift a video you have posted to TikTok, put it onto your shorts, put it onto YouTube shorts, put it onto your Reels, throw it out somewhere else, put it onto LinkedIn. LinkedIn enables video and is fast growing in that area. You know, video performs very well on LinkedIn and it's an algorithm thing. Like, if you can be doing a little tiny extra bit of work, but actually reaching more people and targeting more people, I'm all for it. I'm all for working smarter, not harder in 2024. And I'm trying to do it. Every year I tell myself I'm going to be that person who, hustles a certain way and it enables them to be chilled for the rest of the week. But I still somehow procrastinate a lot of tasks. So I'm calling myself out here. But I think picking content that you can repurpose will really help you, and use the format and the formula across multiple things. I think platforms like Canva are a great example of a platform that has enabled creators to repurpose. There's literally a resize function that enables you to turn a static feed post into an Instagram story with literally the click of a button. Yes, it is a premium feature, but with a click of a button, you can literally resize content. You could resize it for LinkedIn, you can resize it for Twitter or X, Threads, etc. There are so many ways that you can streamline your content and get better at being and showing up on multiple platforms by just repurposing. I think if you're somebody who struggles with the organization of that, you could think about how you could create an Excel spreadsheet or have some sort of system which delegates a particular concept or idea into different platform streams. So, for example, this podcast, hi guys, you might be watching it on Spotify. Hello. But you're also watching on YouTube. And that's where I've repurposed literally the same video. So wherever you're consuming this content, I'm talking to you and you're accessing my content. So the same video is appearing twice and it's reaching two different audiences, an audience that enjoys YouTube content and an audience that enjoys podcasting, Spotify or Apple podcast content. I'm also repurposing this content onto Reels and Shorts and TikTok. And although they're all the same thing and I edit them the same way, I splice my videos up into little segments and I push them out onto social media, and I hope they reach the right people, which I'm noticing it's working. And since repurposing my content and getting video and talking to you guys like this, looking into the dead of your eyes and saying, hey guys, welcome back to Staying Sweet, I've been able to develop and nurture an audience engagement, a personal response to me talking to you. So that's a really, I don't want to say easy tip. It's not an easy tip because any content creation is a struggle at times. Like there are moments where I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. I quit. I want to live on a desert island, never talk to anyone again, and just swim with the fish and hope to see whales. And sometimes I wish that for myself, but no, I've decided to do a career which makes me the forefront of a lot of things, and basically I have to practice what I preach, and sometimes I don't practice what I preach, and that's okay, but we're all learning. And I think tips for 2024, repurpose that content, and I'm going to be doing it too. I'm holding myself to it. There are things that I haven't done that I need to do, like YouTube Shorts. Why haven't I put my stuff on YouTube Shorts yet? I'll never know. I've been procrastinating. So you guys will be seeing little short clips from TikTok repurposed onto Shorts. There you go. I said it. The next thing I want you to do, or think about doing, you don't have to do everything. This is just some ideas and tips, but to tighten your niche. Tighten your niche just a little bit, just a fraction. Think about what your content pillars are. We've spoken about content pillars a million gazillion times on this podcast, but thinking about what aligns, what needs to change, what's working, what's not working. I want you to also analyze your current content. Actually take a look at the back of house. Now, I would say since about like 2021, the way that you view stats and analytics has changed so much. You used to be able to see your impressions really easy at the top of your profile when you were logged into it. And I really miss those days because it enabled me to just really keep tabs on things without having to open my insights. And I've got lazy with my insights, particularly on Instagram, and I need to get better with that. And sometimes actually looking at the data is going to help you in the long term, and not even sometimes, all the time. Looking at your data, looking at what is getting you the reach, what people are listening to, what they're clicking on. It's why I'm recording 1 million episodes at the moment, guys, on 2024 and goal setting and tips and tricks, because those episodes perform so much better. Not even so much better. That makes it sound like my other content doesn't perform well. But I notice a real peak in traction with goal-focused stuff and content with guests. Those are my two pillars of success. So I'm trying to utilize that knowledge of that data as best I can, and you can do that too. Just take a look, like, don't be scared. Take a look, write some notes down, and look at what your demographics are, how your audience is changing and adapting. Like, I notice with my podcast, I go through phases where my audience at one point was 100% female. It's now like 91%, but it fluctuated down to 75%. So I was like, oh, where are these male listeners coming from? I was kind of tracking it a little bit, and now it's gone up to 90, but I'm going to keep my eye on that because it's clearly changing, and there's clearly like a fluctuation in who is listening to my audio and watching my podcast. So keep tabs on it. Don't sleep on it, because it really can help you. With that being said as well, I want you to look at strategies for other platforms that you might not have considered. LinkedIn, for example, Pinterest. Pinterest is a great one. Great for those in social media. If you're an influencer or a creative, or you're trying to sell a service or product, get your stuff on Pinterest, use it, harness that SEO. I then want you to think about your inward and outward, or some say like inbound and outbound marketing strategies. Now, some of you might know what that is if you're in business, some may not, but I'll just explain it just in case. But your outbound or outward like marketing strategies are things like billboards, adverts, showing up at trade shows, like using a viral audio that is like a bit like a campaign. And your inbound or inward marketing strategies are things like your podcasts, your video, Instagram stories, your landing pages on your website, your calls to action, the things that are more sort of internal within your business and actually nurture maybe an audience that already exists. Rotating between the two so that you're not only tapping into new potential audiences and new potential demographics and readers and listeners and buyers and consumers, you're also nurturing the people that are already here, like you guys that are already watching and listening to this podcast. I don't just want to reach out to the masses and lose you. I've got to balance both. So thinking about that for the new year and thinking about how you can tap into both. I think deciding your topics and figuring out the hook of your social strategy, the hook of your business plan and your business model, the thing that is really going to sell yourself or sell your product and service. Be open to what that could be, like decide on it. I think if you're somebody who's creating content on social media and you're thinking, oh gosh, I'm not quite sure like who I'm talking to because I haven't done it yet. I'm deciding in January 2024 that I'm going to sit in front of a camera and start recording myself. Work out what that hook is and that mission statement for yourself, that first line that introduces you before you introduce you. Like, my life mission is, or I mean, that's a really dreadful one, but like saying what it is that you do in that first sentence just to gather the interest of people that might be interested in your content. Another area of preparation comes from, and I don't want to be that toxically positive person, but from being more positive about the year ahead and like actually using this time to think about who you might want to unfollow or mute or cull or delete from your social media. Like, I feel like this is a good time to do it. Hit the mute button if you want to. Look at who you're consuming as well. Like, who is inspiring you? What are they creating? What content are they, deciding to post? Can it influence and impact your business strategy? Can it help you in any way? I think tell yourself a new story, and I've written that down, like tell yourself a new story, but working out who you want to be in the new year can really help you prepare for how you're going to show up and present yourself, like being your biggest cheerleader and being that person that is ready to show up and ready to hit the ground running, really, is what I was trying to get at with that. So like telling yourself a new story, like, okay, I am a women in business podcast. I'm a video podcaster. I am XYZ. I'm going to let people know that I know that's who I am. And that is going to help you find your audience and find those people that are going to fit the demographic that you are creating for your business. I think with that being said as well, you need to think about what your qualities are. Like, what qualities are you choosing within yourself? What you're going to be working on this year? What skills might you want to learn? Are you wanting to take up vlogging or, recording like this? Are you somebody who is going to be jumping into a different area within your business? Is your business growing and expanding and you're realizing that now you need to hire someone? That is a big decision to make, and it's important that you know that those things are on the horizon. So thinking about the vision for the year ahead, like what can you see happening for yourself in 2024? Be realistic, but also be optimistic about it. And I think having action points per goal, because we goal set, we list, we vision board, we script, but we need to take action. So don't just list your goals, figure out how you're going to get the ball rolling. Start that now. Think about those things now, because when it hits midnight, I don't think anyone's like sitting there at midnight, like hustling on the 1st of January, but there might be some of you that like to do that. If there are, that's a really interesting club to be a part of. But take action, get ready, prepare yourself, prepare for 2024. And that's really where I'm going to leave you with today's episode. I really hope that these last few episodes of 2023 are just a bit of fun, a little bit of motivation, and help you through the last few days of 2023, because it can be quite difficult to stay motivated and you're kind of excited for the prospects of the new year, but the days are dragging. You're kind of like, oh my gosh, this is getting tedious now. Like you kind of feel the energy start to rev up a little bit as we approach the new year. And lots of people share stuff on social media and they'll be sharing themselves on a New Year's run. And I'm sorry, guys, if I end up doing that. Please don't judge me or hate me. But those people are just the way that they are. And you don't have to be that person on January 1st, like doing it. If you want to be hungover on January 1st, enjoy it. You're not going to lose the month if you don't start on January 1st. Like, it's not the end of the world. It may be a Monday, but it's also a day of rest for everyone because it's New Year's Day. So relax, enjoy, prepare. I know there's a lot of juxtaposition in the words that I just said there, but I promise you there is a way for you to strategize yourself. And I've learned a lot this year that preparing and slowly creating that strategy and that preparation enables me to relax and ease in and enjoy the sort of soft flow of success, rather than feeling like I'm burning out and I'm, a million miles an hour trying to do a million things. So enjoy. I can't wait to see you in the new year, and I can't wait to see what this podcast brings for us all in 2024, the guests that I have on and the future of this amazing podcast. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support and for all your love this year. See you soon. Stay sweet, guys.